If spinning rods can throw a whole lot of the lighter stuff, as well as some of the heavier stuff, do we even need casting rods? You ready to run a gun? It's time for blast off. Let's go. Hey guys, Todd here with you. Welcome back to Bassin 101. Truck Talk of the Day. I had a guy comment a while back, and he made a good point, but he mentioned that you really don't need casting equipment because all they're really for is ripping fish out of cover and to give you more torque. My answer to him was, I will have to respectfully disagree with you. Not realizing that a lot of the blanks that you can get for rod building nowadays, you can build them as a casting rod or a spinning rod. You don't necessarily have to have a broomstick for a casting rod. You definitely don't want a broomstick for a spinning rod because it makes it, you just don't get the casting accuracy. You've got to have that tip, which is why I'm not a big fan of extra fast spinning rods unless they have a very limber tip. As far as casting, I like casting to have some tip too. But with him, I said, there are some things that are some techniques that are easier to throw in a casting rod than they are spinning. Such as, I'm not a big fan of throwing a 3/8 ounce spinnerbait on a spinning rod. One, I don't have the accuracy. But two, it's really hard to control the end of that cast, keep that spinnerbait from going kaboosh in the water. With a casting rod, right when that spinnerbait gets to the surface of the water, I can put my thumb on it, break it, not instantly, but quickly break it, and then lower my rod to it and let the rod tip lay the spinnerbait down in the water. I like that kind of deal because it just keeps it from going kaboosh, whenever you throw in a spinning rod. And there's other techniques too. I mean, what if you're throwing a 1/2 ounce jig in the cover or whatever? It's not the easiest thing with a spinning rod. You definitely don't have the line to back you up with a spinning rod. Unless you want to put 20-pound tests on that sucker, in which case all you're going to be doing on that thing is pitching or flipping. Because casting it, you're going to get aggravated. That's going to be a lot of slag in those guides. Braid maybe, but just in general, that's a casting rod kind of thing. With some top waters, like a Zara spook, it's much easier to work a Zara spook with a casting rod than it is a spinning rod. Not that you can't do it. I've done it, but I like it better on a casting rod. I mean, it sounds to me like he's the kind of guy that he throws everything on a spinning rod, and that's fine. I've done it. I mean, how many times have you guys seen me go on, do the on-the-water videos? All it took with me was spinning rods. I mean, yeah, you can do it. Absolutely. But don't knock casting just because you see a bunch of guys on YouTube or in the tournaments or whatever, use them suckers and crank back that sucker and torque that thing and get it and rip them out of the cover. Like I told him, the heaviest thing I throw is 14-pound test. So really, my casting rods, especially the ones I built, are just a standard medium and medium heavy. I mean, they're not broomsticks. And they're actually fully functional rods. I mean, I can use them for all different kinds of techniques. It doesn't just have to be soft plastic. Matter of fact, the medium rod that I've got, I wouldn't think twice about throwing a crankbait on it. It's got that good of a tip on it. But I just wanted to put my 2 cents in out there on that because I've got other guys that I hear comment, or I see comment, that they're big into BFS. For those of you not familiar with its bait finesse system, don't worry, I was late to the punch on that one too. It'd been obviously it's been around a couple of years before I even heard about it. But apparently you're able to throw like teeny tiny little lures on these things. It's a casting outfit. And some guys I know are basically, strictly casting, no spinning whatsoever. I don't know so much about BFS. I'll believe that when I see it. As far as one guy said that he could throw a 32nd ounce or a 16th ounce slider on the BFS and cast it a country mile. I want to see that. I'm not saying it can't be done, but I just look at it as common physics. It's a freaking bait caster. You're in control of what that reel does. It's not free open bail where you just let it sing. So like I said, I'm not into BFS, so. And I do remember several years back, I was under the impression, because I had gotten so aggravated with spinning reels, with blowouts and stuff, and it was just because of the line thing. It had nothing to do with the reels, had nothing to do with the rods. I still had not completely figured out how to put line on there yet without line twist until now. Now I've got it figured out, and it's been foolproof since I've done it. No twist, no blowouts. But I was basically under the impression of, if I can't throw on a bait caster, I don't need to be throwing it. And now I look back, it's like, if I did that, I wouldn't be able to throw a slider. But sometimes you get aggravated and you get, But spinning rods now, I'm good with it. Like I said, I told y'all on a few occasions how I do a spinning rod, and how I spool on line, and I don't have any issues. But maybe I'll do a refresher course on that. So anyway, what do you guys think? So until next time, remember, new techniques are trendy, but bass never change. May the Father bless you and keep in Yeshua's name, and as always, fish on.